Hello everyone, this is our initial presentation for our class of 2022 senior design project that we have named Codebase. Our team consists of 3 computer science students, Seth Hanisick, Matthew Schlager, and James Wilfong.
For our senior design project, we have decided to build a web application that allows users to either share snippets of code publicly or store snippets of code privately in order to refer back to that code whenever they may need to. The code snippets that are uploaded will be classified in several ways in order to allow users to easily search and filter for the code they are looking for. Along with the classification tags, we will implement liking and commenting capabilities so that the users can discuss solutions and help promote those that are most desired.
The user stories for this project primarily revolve around a programmer wanting to save a code snippet for later use. In our first example, we talk about beginner programmers and how they might want to save their entry-level code so they can easily copy it and review it in the future. Our next 2 examples talk about front-end and back-end developers and how they might reuse HTML or API skeleton code frequently. And then in our last example, we talk about database administrators and how they might use the same queries repetitively, and instead of saving those to distinct files, they can save them to this website for later use.
The design diagram is here to give a high-level overview of the end goal for the application. It is currently broken down into 3 layers: the UI layer, the backend, and the data persistence layer. Starting with the UI layer, we will allow users to log into their accounts where they will be able to view, comment, vote on, and search all publicly available code blocks. They will also be allowed to upload their own code. Now into the back end, we will have APIs available for serving data to the front end via full text search and to index the code that users have uploaded into our database, and an API that will verify the code a user has uploaded has a valid syntax. Lastly is the data persistence layer, or our database, where we will be storing the user's code blocks. Each code block will have metadata attached to it, such as whether it is public or private, comments, votes, and tags. And there will be a predetermined list of tags that users can choose from when uploading their code that will make search and filtering easier.
There are 4 major constraints we will be facing on this project. The first constraint is time. We are each full-time students that have other responsibilities outside of school, such as part-time work. This means we will have to develop great time management and communication in order to fulfill on the work that this project entails. Our second constraint is security. This project involves user registration and privately uploaded code snippets, so we will have to be sure to implement encryption and permissions so that our users' privacy is kept safe. Our third constraint is scope. There are other applications that already accomplish much of what our application is designed to do. Therefore, we must find a way to expand upon our idea and distinguish our application from those that are similar and already exist. Our final constraint is cost. We intend to use free open source software wherever possible, but do have some purchasable services in mind that could reduce our workload and also benefit the application.
For this project, we are currently in the planning and designing phase. We want to make sure that we have a strong foundation in planning and design before we begin programming. Currently, the topics we are reviewing and researching include possible JS frameworks for the front end, database services, and back-end frameworks, along with how we want to go about hosting this web application.
Our expected accomplishments for this project really revolve around the 3 layers of our design diagram. The first is to understand how to build our own set of backend APIs from scratch that will serve information to our front end. The second is to understand how we implement third-party APIs to validate our users' input. Third is to learn how to build and manage a database that implements full text search on our users' data that they're uploading. And lastly is to build out an intuitive UI and smooth UX for our users that are going to be using the application.
Although we each plan to play a role and assist in every aspect of the project, we have decided to divide up the work evenly by having each of us take the lead on one of these 3 key areas of development. Seth will be taking the lead on the design and development of the database, ensuring that all necessary data can be stored and accessed efficiently. Matt will be taking the lead on the front-end development and the user experience, ensuring that the site is organized and accessible. Finally, I will be taking the lead on the back-end design and development, ensuring that the site properly handles user requests. Additionally, we are each individually responsible for the testing and documentation of our respective area.
Finally, for our expected demo at the end of next semester, we would like to have a fully functioning web application. The two screens you see on this slide are rough drafts for two of the primary components of our web application. The first being the main page, where you would be able to see the top tags for posts along with sorting by languages, along with search bars, popular posts, and some of the recent trending ones. And then the second screen would be something available for all posts, where you would be able to see a more detailed look along with having a comment section and related snippets along the side. In accompanying these, we would like to have a page for each user which would display their private and public snippets. Thank you.